Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from Group 3, and I am Farah Fariza Fajrin as the host.
And I'm Leonie Standalin as student.
And I'm Fatika Mayani as the teacher.
And we are here to do a podcast talk show, and maybe we can start now. Welcome to the 3VD podcast. I'm Farah, and I will be the host for today's episode. And I'm not here alone, I'm with a guest, a teacher, and also a student, Leonie and Fatika. So, in today's episodes, we will be talking about education during a pandemic. A student transition and adaptation are indeed needed in this situation, especially in the education field. We have to go with online learning instead of go to school and learn there. Now, we only need to open our laptop, click a link, and yeah, we can already go to school. And to talk more about this, I will ask the guests that we already have here. First thing first, how does it feel? A transition from offline learning and boom, there's a pandemic and we have to go with online learning. How do you guys feel about it?
Okay, so for me, it was kind of hard at first, not gonna lie. And of course, we all should be able to adapt and make friends with technology and all the stuff from home. And yeah, eventually we will be used to it.
Okay, so that is what the student feels. How about the teacher side, Fatika?
Okay, from my point of view as a teacher, for me, the transition from offline to online is one of culture shock for either the teacher or the students. And online learning is less effective because online learning just assign facts, but we know that good learning is with a character. And I think online learning is also a barrier to both teachers and students on the emotional sides, learning environment, and also motivation.
Okay, right. So, and then could you tell us, is there any struggles that you have experienced during the transition? And how do you guys cope with it? Fatika, could you tell us?
I think one of the struggles in online learning is in the technology aspect, where online learning requires technology as the main intermediary, but not all teachers have qualified skills in terms of technology, especially teachers who are approaching retirement. In particular, they do not fully understand about technology, as well as students in remote village. I think they also lack mastery of learning technology. And the point is about inadequate facilities and also the high cost of supporting devices for online learning. That's right.
Oh, I see. So it's basically about technology and also the facility. And as a student, what struggles do you have, Leonie?
Okay, so for me, the struggle is on the facility. So the phones, each data quota, network, etc. And also when we couldn't interact directly with friends, it feels like a torture. Sometimes I feel lonely and insecure because I don't know what my friends are up to. So
So yeah, so you feel lonely during the pandemic, Leonie, because of the online school. But talking about the struggles, what about the benefit from online learning?
okay, so as a college student from Madiun, it helps me a lot. The learning is being held online because I don't have to go to Surabaya and rent a room and live far from home. So it's really saving my money. Also, I can be more flexible in joining the class and doing the homework, and also about my family, especially my parents. They don't have to worry about my health if I go to Surabaya. That's it.
So yeah, that's a lot of benefit, I think. And how about the teachers, Fatika?
Yeah, as you know, because of the pandemic that we require for an online learning initiative, of course, there are some benefits that could be made. For me as a teacher, with online learning, it can save cost and time. And also, online learning is more practical and flexible. And with online learning, we can also protect ourselves and others from the spread of COVID-19, I think.
And true, and I think that's a lot of benefit. And in this new environment, maybe you guys could tell us what things you can do or you cannot do while studying on online classes.
Well, maybe this is a public secret that in online classes, students can turn off their camera and do something else that rather than paying attention to the lecturer. And of course, we cannot do that in online classes, right? Anyway, I'm sorry to all the teachers that some students do it sometimes. The situations at home sometimes force us to do that. Then the thing we cannot do in online classes is interacting directly with our friends. After class on Zoom or Google Meet, we cannot talk to each other. We just leave the room and yeah, just go back to our own things. So it is very different from when we had offline classes before the pandemic. We could easily interact with our friends, gathering and talking. Yeah, it feels so different. And also maybe introverted people became more introverted after one online classes. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
of
and
course. I think that during online learning, students can do what Leonie said before.
yeah.
And it should be noted that in online learning, the teacher also tries very hard so that they are able to transfer knowledge as well as possible to their student in that situation. And in my opinion, what teachers do online or offline is the same. It just that we have flexible and more practical time.
Wow, there's a lot of things happening in online classes indeed. But do you guys have any memorable, funny, interesting, or even hilarious experience from online learning that is worth to tell to your future child, maybe?
Okay, yes, of course. There is a moment when my friend's face was blended with their virtual background. So it looked so
Yes.
funny and caught all people's attention.
Yeah, I know that. I saw a lot of those things happen on my social media. That is very funny. And how about you, Fatika?
Yeah, of course, at the time of online learning with Zoom meetings, a lot of funny things happen. Sometimes there are students who fall asleep during online classes with the camera on. And there are also students who get to mute so that so that what they are talking about can be heard by all participants who are in Zoom meeting. Yeah, it's
Oh, yeah,
bad.
I know. And also in our university, there's also a. Do you guys know about the lontong balap? Lontong balap accident? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know it.
it is very memorable and yeah, very well. Now, maybe Leonie and Fatika, do you have any last words for today's episode? Maybe Fatika?
Okay, from me as a teacher, for all students, don't ever waste your time studying in any difficult situation like in online learning, because there are many people out of there who are not as lucky as you to have a good education. So dream as high as you can and strive to achieve all success in the future. Study yourself first, because if not you, then who else? It's for me.
Okay. So from me, maybe I can just encourage all fellow students who get through these hard times. So keep your head up and always give the best, even though maybe some of us still should experience this online learning. Don't let this condition limit you. So keep creating and keep going, guys.
Very well. So yeah, I think that is all for today's episode. Thank you for listening to our podcast. I hope you can get something to learn from our episode. And thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.